Hey people, linked here, 53, Fen Dunloch, blue team. Some Orks. First up is Noisy with a Kommando knob. There he goes, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Alongside Critical32, haven't seen this name for a while, with a Mekboy. Teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat, has a bunch of Orky gadgets and puts out some good damage. Rounding off this team then, Python's Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Some powerful offense and disruption. Red team, we got some Tyranids. Arses of Typhon, also known as Arseman. Just lots of arses going on. Hunter of 2 at some point. This is a durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, with powerful offense, disruption and support. Begins in melee combat with a basic synapse, I shall call you Alonzo. Alongside RedRe Venge is a Ravener Alpha. A tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon. This is the Hive Fleet Behemoth with the Ultramar Tendril, given those red glowy bits, which looks pretty cool. Kicking off in the mid, speaking of kicking, it's a Farseer, support hero fighting in melee combat with some powerful buffs and control. So we have a contested VP in the mid, naturals in the north and west. A cool map, one of the more recent ones from Swift. Our boy Swift doing some great work. Double termagants all around, double shooters all around, double CSM here for Python, and we've got some Banshees into some more Guardians for Kickin. Hive Tyrant needs to be careful, there's sluggers on retreat path, he should be okay though. Meanwhile in the mid, Ravener Alpha harassing some Orks, termagants go for the garrison, the other ones run away. Out of cover here though, the Ravener, just trading shots. Oh, burners for the sluggers would have roasted those termagants alive in that garrison. But they do escape. I don't think the Ravener's going to escape though, no. Just the wrong side of those sluggers, I guess. We have big shooters for Noisy shooter boys here. These guys unupgraded. Critical32 who got that Ravener kill. No upgrades that I can see yet, aside from the burners, of course. Double CSM with aspiring champion Heretics for Python. Making their way down the east side. Contested power has turned red. Meanwhile, Farseer goes for a revive in the mid. We've got Kommando joining the fight. And a Warrior Brood is up for RedRe Venge, providing that basic synapse. They're a power melee squad that leap in, as you can see there. Didn't knock over the Chaos Lord though, he's too fat. Gets that kill the weak. Here come Heretics. Doom Blast and retreat. The Chaos Lord also retreats, because Banshees were coming in there, I think. Just ran into a 2v1 fight, which leaves Critical32 now 2v1. They're going to need to back off, try and stabilize a little bit on the power maybe. Power is through the mid to hit. There's also a power on the eastern side for both teams. Warbanner goes up there. Sluggers trying to get onto the Kommando, I think. Yep, but they're in danger. Good usage of the Rending Talons when the sluggers were already low. Almost got the kill with it. That was a Seismic Roar, the name of that ability there. It's often very tempting to use a Seismic Roar right at the start of the fight, but if you wait until the melee squad is already low, that knockback can get you the wipe. We have 2 gens on that east side. Was that bashed? I don't think it was for the blue team. Red team also have 2 gens coming up. I don't think it was bashed. They built up the middle first. Sluggers on the back side of the Banshees now in retreat path. And they stand and fight here. They can. They had enough support from the Guardians and a Shuriken back there too. Sluggers got away with only 1 model. Warrior Brood up for both of those Tyranid players. We have some looters for Critical32. Nothing else up for Noisy. Looks like they've been upgrading their squads, and instead these guys have big shooters and a knob leader you see him there with his own twin link shooter. And stick bombs, which is always fun to see against double Tyranids and Eldar, of course. They can all get pretty messed up by that stuff. Barb Strangler on the field from RedRe Venge's Warrior Brood. The other guys in their default melee state. We have Noise Marines up too. They could maybe try to rush down the east side. Mess up that power. Looks like they're going mid though. Maybe they're going for a mid push alongside their Orky allies. Meanwhile, towards the west, some Daka. The threat of bombs maybe making RedRe Venge back off there. It's hard to split 2 units up. Mekboy teleports in for some electric armor. That's pretty awesome. I don't think he's used those stick bombs yet. And it is Python running through the mid. There's some Corn worship. They're going for that power, I think. More electric armor shenanigans. Mekboy is a real nuisance back there. Lots of Daka for the Hive Tyrant is going to go down. Down goes Alonso. Did get the seismic roar. Hive Tyrant's health flew down there from all that Daka, and the Noise Marines do their thing on the power there. That Sonic Blaster shuts down ranged attacks, also shakes apart structures really well. Good AoE damage, not great against a single entity like the Farseer, who just healed herself, I believe. Yep, these Spirit Stones are up. Good special, but she can't stay there forever. Does the Northeast team get a wall? Yeah, they get a wall here too. Meanwhile, Kommando pushes up onto the VP's, got some looters to support, and in fact, Noisy's got some looters back there too. This is our Critical32 looters. Burrow Strike in amongst the shooters, but right into some looters and that Death Gun, which is very painful at short range for infantry. More Raveners on the way for RedRe Venge this time. Looks like Arseman has lost their Hormagaunts. Probably in that big fight in the mid we just saw. The mid leftish. Lots of bodies over here. They're really pumping out a Daka, aren't they? With looters and the Kommando and double fully upgraded shooter boys. It's a lot of piercing damage. Good Barb Strangler shot though. Instant suppression, Burrow Strike as well to get onto the looters. But there's sluggers to counter initiate. Mekboy just teleports in and says hello as well. Yeah, Raveners can't hang in there for long when there's sluggers around. They got messed up down to 2 models. Lucky not to lose another really. Crippling Poison to shut down the sluggers. There's another one from the Toxin Sacks. Sluggers make it out miraculously with 4 models and 100 hit points. That's pretty good. And Noisy meanwhile gets a decap. The War Banner will go down, but there's more War Banners. The Mekboy himself can put them up. As you can see, sluggers can also put them up. There's loads of them around here now. Just making this Ork territory in the northwest corner, kind of between the 2 natural VPs. Meanwhile, east side, what's going on? Big retreat from Python. Not sure what happened here to cause such a large retreat. Maybe they got caught in suppression. Maybe it was just a mistake. Maybe they were just meaning to retreat the Noise Marines, but now Kickin is on the power. Gonna get a bash, maybe even a decap towards the northwest now. There's that War Banner ability, the Frazzle or whatever it's called. I don't think it's called Frazzle anymore. I'm not sure what they call it. It used to be that stun stuff and that kind of stuff in retail. Stick bombs. Boom, 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 boom. Bits of Tyranids everywhere. Killed 3 or 4 of them maybe. The War Banner ability now just gives you a big War bonus, basically. Speed increase, damage increase, that kind of thing. Looters trying to defend the VP here. Ravener Brood get in there though. These are RedRe Venge's Raveners. Where are Arsemans? Oh, right here, dumbass. And are they going to get a decap? No decap and a wreck point, that's for sure. Oh jeez. Termagants run into the Daka and died. Those were Hunter's Termagants. The man with many names. Most of them involving arse. Chaos Lord's got a Combi Flamer, Harness of Rage, and the Dark Halo kitted out at level 1 in Tier 1. It's also got Havocs up. Tier 2 all around aside from Python. We got a Weird Boy on the field already before Python even hits the Tier 2 button. Ork also up from Kickin. Has to run away though. She can jump around to disrupt and support. Get into some melee. Very quick on her feet. Noise Marines are very low here. Yeah, it's risky. The CSM also pretty low. They both have Eternal War. Lots of power spent in Tier 1 by Python. No wonder they're still in Tier 1. They've got Havocs, they've got Aspiring Champion for the Heretics, they've got Eternal War on both the CSM, the Noise Marines, and fully kitted out Chaos Lord as well. Almost level 2. Farseer meanwhile is level 2. Barely gets away. Stayed in play there, Python. I thought they were going to be forced off completely, but we do have a Shuriken guarding this power. Meanwhile, Orks trying to make progress down this northwestern side. Tyranids against them though. Here comes Alonso, the Hive Tyrant. Almost level 2. Could get a really good seismic roar, maybe. Slugger's coming in. This is the time to use it. Oh, he got stunned. Got stunned by the Weird Boy's warp vomits and couldn't actually get the seismic roar. That was a clutch stun there. Could have maybe risked staying in combat to get the seismic roar and then run. How low did they get actually? Oh, maybe they could have stayed in. The Tyrant Guard is up here for Hunter. Maybe from the global bar. I wasn't paying attention. I think it was. But it was out pretty quick, eh? With that super heavy infantry armor, 2,500 hit points of it. And some pretty dangerous melee going on with some splash damage. Orks got her spear. It's a power melee spear. Farseer chasing down the CSM. Noise Marines joining the fight a little bit late. Uh-oh. There they go. No cacophony going. They might eat a grenade though if they're not careful. Went for it. It's a good throw, but they retreated just in time. In the mid then. Contested VP is turning red thanks to this Ravener Brood. Any war gear for RedRe Venge? Yes, the Synapse Aura for damage. Get this awesome purple Synapse effect now so we can see who's affected by it. Great work from Wise Window, I believe. Did a lot of the effects and stuff in the game, Window. In the mod, I mean. Tank Buster's on the way for Critical32. The Mekboy is down right here. Kommando might be able to sneak through and get it done. He's got his special shooter, an Orky shotgun, which is super fun. Look at this thing. Got that passive chance to knock back and that massive explosive shells. Sorry, high explosive shells. And the Mega Boom kit is in too. I think it makes him throw more stick bombs. Because how can you get too many stick bombs? Not possible. Banshees with the aspect of strength. And their Exarch with a spear. Looks like she just got killed actually against the sluggers there. Tyranids coming in though. Getting some decent shots. Chaos Lord's going to try and get that central VP now into level 2 and into tier 2. Tyrant Guard takes this opportunity to shield wall up and heal. Shield wall gives him vehicle armor. There's Tank Buster's barrage though. And they can deal with vehicles with their rockets. But can they get past the Warrior Brood? We also have a beamy death gun. Anti-large target. That shotgun's wrecking those Raveners. Such a fun weapon. Tier 3 for the 2 Tyranid players. No tier 2 units for RedRe Venge. They did get the Synapse Aura, which is a tier 2 upgrade. Did not get the Thorax Swarm for the Warriors, as far as I can tell either. I'm pretty sure it shows up in the unit card there. Looted's in the garrison. This could be a massive fight, end of tier 2 here. Grenades for the Orks. Some really good grenades from Kickin. Barb Strangler helping to set that up. Stick bombs. Dodged. Tyrant Guard is getting quite low. There's those War Banners buffing up those Orks, making them even rowdier. Lots of War Banner usage here from these 2 Ork players. Usually you don't see this many. I think it's like, is it like 5 power to get one up, I think? Something like that. There's that seismic roar from the Hive Tyrant, but now Alonso gets swarmed by sluggers and has to get the hell out of there. They might still go down, I think they are. Yeah, does a lot of damage really quickly. Here's a Blood Crusher now for Python. Charges in. On the Shuriken, does eat a Thorax Swarm, Electroshock grabs, big heal from the Farseer there. From the Spiritual Rites. Noise Marines did some decent work. They were a little bit isolated there at the front of their army. Oh, Tyrant Guard is being chased, taking some beamy death gun shots. Down to 90 odd hit points. Might go down, might get chased here. Super heavy infantry armor does have resistance against piercing damage, but it's still going to do some damage to you. Still going to hurt you. Blood Crusher in amongst the Eldar here. Cool color scheme on this Blood Crusher. This weird, it's like sickly lime green-ish. This is not really lime green. I'm not very good with colours. Blood letters similarly look pretty awesome there. Is that double Blood Crushers or is that some kind of bug? I think it's just a display bug there. Fun effects on the way for Arses. And is that a Lictor for RedRe Venge? It is. War truck up here for Noisy. That could be a big deal. Allows the blue team to reinforce in the field here. Looks like RedRe Venge wants to specifically go after the Weird Boy with the Lictor. We'll see if it pays off. They got a full power bash here, the blue Orks rampaging through the mid. There are some tunnels around the northwestern type of areas. Stun bomb is dodged. Uh-oh, Kommando got suppressed and then Fleshhook had to run away. Fleshhook would have pulled him. Here's that Lictor. Heavy melee damage, can leap, can infiltrate for free. He's a detector and he's got faster capping. He's a pretty strong unit, this guy. Good amount of hit points as well. Look at that, 1150. Blood Crusher might go down here. We have the Corrosive Devourer for the Ravener Alpha. Powerful plasma damage range weapon which can be used to take down vehicles thanks to the corrosive shots. Was messing up that Blood Crusher there, but it gets into worship range. Here comes the Chaos Lord. Dark Halo up alongside a whole bunch of Orks. Had a double bashing here. I think they're going to get a double full bash. That's pretty rough for the red team. Yep, double full bash. Ravener levels to 4. What's going on in the mid though? Blood Crusher with that Corn Worship. Double CSM trying to stand their ground on the VP there. And they did well. Blood Crusher. Oh, did he just charge through the Hive Tyrant and take him down? That's pretty cool. The charge does a little bit of damage, I believe. Most of the charges do anyway. Okay. Got that Corn Worship, +2 speed for Python stuff. And they can take a little bit of a breather. It's a rough start to tier 3 for the red team. They got pushed all the way back, both of their powers bashed. The Carnifex with a Barb Strangler limps back to base. This should be super useful though. And Kickin has a Seer Council, now gets a D-Cannon. That could be massive amounts of work in the mid. Blood Crusher does have vehicle armor, so it's shrugging off this small arms fire here. Tyrant Guard is still alive. Didn't quite get a level yet. Here's a sneaky Kommando. Stick bombs thrown in. Set up by the stun. Got some good hits. There's that heal coming in from the Farseer. That is such a big heal. Also has the Armor of the Asuryan. Or Armor of Asuryan, I should say. That awesome time field. Could do a lot of stuff here. Kickin. Time field into a singularity. Tyrant Guard leads the line. Gets into the back of the Orks there. Look at the amount of War Banners. They do provide a passive bonus as well. You don't need to activate them. There's that Warp Vomits. Didn't seem to hit anything there. That was weird. Uh-oh, Singularity. Holy crap. Time field into Singularity it was indeed. Carnifex backing off a bit, trying to create some space. Those Barb Strangler shots are painful. That spiritual rights heal in there too. See, Council in retreat now. Farseer was nice and healthy, but he retreated out. Oh, Spore Mines. Who's that from? That's from Arseman. Hunter. The Arses of Typhon. 310 to 302. Noisy goes tier 3. Looks like Python is going to be the last player to go tier 3, if indeed they even bother. Chaos have got a pretty damn strong tier 2. Get us Havocs up, get some Plague Marines maybe. Help you hold the mid. Maybe even one of those Markov Zinch Dreadnoughts for that Frenzied Barrage. And then hit the Carnifexes. Where is the D-Cannon? What the hell is this? This is in the southeast corner. Havocs. I'm not sure what they were up to. Were they trying to bash the power maybe? Well, down they go. Looters in the garrison steel, kicking off towards the northeast. Sneaky shooters going for a decap on the VP maybe. Tunnels over here. It's good. You can put 4 units at a time in the tunnels and your allies can use them too. Just got to be careful because, for example, the Hive Tyrant would just walk over it and crush the thing. Python's Chaos Lord now with the Lightning Claws. With a lot spent on this guy. Level 3, we'll see if he can start dominating late game here. Harness of Rage to power the Dark Halo. Maybe the Armor of the Inferno would do a lot of work in the mid. The Hive Tyrant, Alonso trying to cap here, has gone for the Bonded Exoskeleton level 3, makes him very tough. Here comes a Chaos Lord though. 100 melee, 100 power melee DPS Lightning Claws. Is instantly forced to retreat. Autark on the garrison. Almost wiped out those looters with those entry grenades there. Then gets a leap to heal up the Seer Council and buff them. Seer Council were in dangerous territory there. Here's a blob of ranged Tyranids though. Messing up these looters. As you have Beamy Death Gun. So much war. Time field means those looters can't fire. Farseer holding her own in melee. In fact, she should have stayed in play there. Could have been tying up those shooters now. D-Cannon and Guardian Weapon Team get away. No, they don't. Big old high explosive shells takes down that D-Cannon. That's a big loss for the red team. What's going on over here? Orks pushing the VP. 308 to 262. Is that Raveners? Yep, from RedRe Venge called in. Pretty good call in to have, some Raveners. Get some shots, get some decaps. There's some tunnels around the edge of the map now. Could come in handy later on to get to those VPs. Could come in handy right now actually. Python got some bloodletters on the way. No sign of tier 3 yet. And no sign of more Havocs either. They do have that Blastmaster Noise Marine squad though. Ouch. Gonna take some finger shots. Although only one of the models is being hit here. Kommando's up for Noisy. Pulled in from the global bar. That's their burner bomb which they missed. Here's Love the Daka. Is it to set up a nuke? Doesn't quite have the red for it. He just called in the commandos, I guess. But we could see that later on. 308 to 233. Red team are taking that central victory point. Still very close though. Warp Vomit setting up the Slugger charge. And it's a very effective Slugger charge. They are going to be forced off, but they got rid of a whole group of Tyranids there. Stick bombs from the Kommando. Some decent hits. Eldar pushing the other side too. Seer Council up against some Marco Zinch CSM. Might be able to flank around the back of the Orks as well. Uh-oh, Carnifex I think is done for, and is done for. They got stunned by something. What did they get? The Carnifex looked like it was stunned. I don't see any stick bombers. I'm not sure how he got stunned. 286 to 233. See, the Chaos Lord's Harness of Rage actually returns energy not just to himself, but to nearby allies as well, which is a great help to the Bloodletters. Not very often you see a Chaos Lord supporting others. It's pretty much the only way you can do it. 273 to 233. Needs to be careful here. Python is maybe overextending a bit. It's got a Tyranid player on either side. Marco Zinch CSM with those Inferno Bolts, super effective against heavy infantry such as those warriors. Here's that tier 3 Lictor, looking menacing as hell. Blastmaster's just ground targeting, I think. 258 to 233, there it is. Stun bomb into stick bombs. Got a kill, and more importantly, made a bunch of stuff retreat there. Level 6 Ravener Alpha is doing a lot. So much damage output and that Synapse Aura. You can try and maybe focus fire that guy down. It's hard to pick him out though. Blue team have the mid, but for how long? Alonso going for some crushing claws now. Chaos Lord is going to go down, I think. Yep. Autark got the kill there, I believe. You see that inspiration on kill. And now the Farseer gets the decap. Battle Wagon on the field for Noisy. Swarm Lord on the field for Hunter. Autark gets a fusion gun going. 1-to-1 cap here. Uh-oh. Mega Rumbler. The ultimate disruption war gear. Look at this thing. Makes the entire screen get disrupted. Bloodletters are going to teleport in. They have power melee weapons. They can tear through infantry so fast. There's a Swarm Lord. Super unit for Tyranids. Very dangerous in combat. And provides a speed and reinforcement synapse. Alonso must flee. And blue team are going to retake the mid. Meanwhile, Orks are decapping red team's natural too. You might get a triple cap here. Here's your battle wagon. Can run stuff over. Has some big old guns too. If they put something inside of it, as there is now, you can tell from that light bar there. Means you get more speed and all of the guns fire. For more Daka, there's Love the Daka. Usually you see a burner bomb and then Love the Daka. Holy crap, big zap gun shot. That was quite painful. They did not get a cap though. Double here for blue team. Swarm Lord taking shots as he tries to chase the battle wagons. Moving very slowly at the moment. Gonna eat a electroshock grubs or something. Uh-oh. Chrono formation. It's a big hit on those Orks. They're high enough level to survive it though. Red team right back on the mid. What is this? Bloodletters on capping duty. Oh, Sneaky Lictor got a decap. It's a no cap game right now. Looks like it's gonna be a 2-1 for red though. We do have another D cannon for Kickin. Got loads of resources. Bloody hell. Saving for an avatar looks like. We have 502 red for RedRe Venge and 618 red for Critical32, so we could see some more nukes in the next big fight. Kickin isn't that far away either. Venom Brood out for Asses of Typhon. Level 5 Hive Tyrant. Level 4 Kommando. Been a big nuisance though. Chaos Lord puts up his shield. Leads the line. Draws the fire. Can they follow up with some damage here? Our Pazint CSM seeing off the D cannon. Chaos Lord. He's out of energy, so can't use Kill the Weak. Trying to get some back. With the Harness of Rage. Uh-oh. Farseer just ran in and used the levitation field from the gravity blade there, forcing off the double CSM. Bloodlet is also running off. Here comes an Ork charge. There's a lot of Tyranids though. Looks like the mid is going to stay red for now. Seer Council cleaning some stuff up. Battle wagon charges through. Electroshock grubs on it. Tyranid formation now. That's a good one in there. Also provides some buffs for nearby Tyranids. There's a Rocks. Must have been from Critical32, I think. Some good hits. Absolute crazy. I'm not sure if anything actually wiped though. Here's a Mega Rumbler now. There wasn't enough insanity going on. Doesn't seem like there's anything close enough. And he just retreats away. Wanted in on the fun. 154 to 157 double cap for red. Avatar is on the way for Kickin. Double commandos for Noisy. We've got some commandos for Critical32 as well. No flash kits and no knobs so far. Farseer doing a great job again with that levitation field. CSM wiped, I think, did they? Yep. Blastmaster got a good hit. Seer Council have been awesome though. Level 4 now. 3802. They're going to take out some Bloodletters on retreat. Yes, they are. Python's down to 2 units. That might have broken the blue team. Tyranids are pushing up. Asses puts a brood nest up for support. Can reinforce off that thing. The double cap continues. Oh, sneaky Raveners. Sneaky melee Raveners there with their enhanced muscle coil. Eldritch on retreat path. And perfectly timed to really mess up those Orks. Ouch. Tough luck, Noisy. Beautifully done by Kickin. That's surely broken the blue team now. 2 of the players on 2 units. Here comes a looted tank for Critical32. Uh-oh. Imperial Abyss from Python. Looks like they're going to be okay. The zone throat though might not. Being dragged around. Yep. Blue team conceding at the end. One last big push from the red team. And they did it. Kickin was very, very solid. The Seer Council were amazing. RedRe Venge also stayed strong, and Arses, with those losses like midway through tier 2, did recover quite well. At the end though, down to 4 units. That last big push and that last big nuke. It might have already been done though with Python's losses. Did these guys survive? I can't select them. I think they're dead. Crazy game. So many nukes, so much action, so much death. Interested to see these unit killed counts at the end. We had a level 4 Kommando, a level 6 Mekboy, a level 3 Chaos Lord. I don't think he really lived up to the amount of resources spent on them. Found it tough to get into melee and stay in melee, I think. Armor of the Inferno might have been better, just to fire some fire in there. There's the avatar in the background. The Hive Tyrant Alonso was level 6. Level 7 Ravenet Alpha. I mean, can't go wrong with the Synapse Aura and Corrosive Devourer in a 3v3. And the Farseer did awesomely well at level 8. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.